All right, folks, I have just put together a really good list of gaming monitor deals for different types of players, whether you're console or PC, as well as different budgets. So let's start with probably the most popular question I have. What's the cheapest, good PS5 monitor I can get? And specifically, people who want VRR as well as 4K gameplay. This would be my recommendation. This has been the lowest I've seen this monitor for a while. Usually you're paying around $500 for the cheapest 4K good gaming monitors that have HDMI 2.1 support. For $430, you're getting a 28-inch screen size, IPS display, a great response time. So that would be my recommendation for someone who really wants that VRR support for PS5 and the ability to play 4K at anything above 60 hertz, which admittedly is very few games still, but nonetheless, that would be my recommendation there. Now, let's say you're a console player, and this is really this is also a great deal for PC players as well. You're someone who wants a good size screen. In this case, you're getting about a 32-inch, and you're getting 1440p resolution, and you're going to be getting at least that 120 hertz refresh rate. And again, if you're on PC, you're going to be able to take advantage of the entire 170, but it's an IPS panel, that nice fast response time. So this is for the gamers, whether you're a console or not, who are looking for 1440p gameplay with a high refresh rate. And honestly, this would be my recommendation for most people who are buying a gaming monitor, whether it's for their Xbox or for their PS5, because the reality is you're mostly gonna be playing 1440p at 120 FPS. So something like this would be my recommendation. And by the way, all of these monitors will be linked to down below. And whether or not the prices change, you can obviously go to techaudit.tv and price check everything, or just, it does all the filtering for you, really, to find all of these deals. Now, let's say you want to go even bigger. And this is a little bit more of a console recommendation, because I don't know of a lot of PC players who want a 48-inch monitor on their desk playing. Again, you can do that, but this is more for sitting back with the remote, with the controller in your hand. But here you're getting a 4K picture. So, I mean, movies are going to look great and whatnot. You can obviously game in 4K, but the big thing here is you're getting an OLED display, and that's why you're paying a lot more. This is a high refresh rate, and look at that response time, 0.1 millisecond response time. So it's super fast. You're getting that HDMI 2.1 support. And this is a crazy good sale right now. You can see over on Amazon, normally this is $1,300 roughly. And that's the 90-day average. If you were to actually go to Amazon and take a look at this, they're advertising a $1,500 list price. But in reality, it hovers a little under $1,300. So that's another nice thing about using the Tech Audit TV website for your monitor purchase, is you're going to be getting a little bit more accurate information as to what reality really looks like here. Speaking of OLED, if you want OLED and you want to go ultra wide, we're kind of moving more into the heavily PC gamer. I would not recommend this for a console player unless you're doubling it with a PC for other tasks. But if you're a PC gamer, you've got the budget, and I guess brownie points if you're also doing content or creative work like Photoshop or Premiere. I mean, imagine a timeline opened up on this super ultra wide OLED display. This baby is huge. It's 49 inches wide. You're getting that 1440p, a super high refresh rate, and a hyper fast response time at 0.03. So $1,400. That's another nice thing I like about the site, is it shows you the all-time lowest recorded price is today, or I guess that was yesterday. This went on sale a day early. Now, for those of you who do want a super ultra wide, but you don't have that super ultra wide budget there for $1,400, this would be my next recommendation. This one is very similar, obviously a much lower refresh rate. You're getting 120, but you're getting the same size there. They're both 49 inches, 1440p picture, a little bit slower response time. But again, if you're gaming competitively, you're not going to be gaming on a super ultra wide. Anything under 5 milliseconds really is fine. You're not going to notice unless you're like some hardcore esports player, which you're not going to be buying this kind of monitor if that is the case. So this is a pretty good deal as well. Normally this is closer to $1,100, but right now at Walmart and on Amazon, you can get this baby for $800. Now let's step back a little bit. You might be saying, okay, Brandon, let's be reasonable here. I'm just looking for a good, solid PC gaming monitor. You're going to be doing 1440 and really trying to use the rest of those resources for a high refresh rate. That's where something like this comes in. This is a great deal. Normally, again, $360. You can get this on sale for $300 over on Amazon. It's a 27-inch, which I think is a really nice size for PC gaming. 1440p, high refresh rate, IPS. I mean, it's got it all. This one here, this is for someone who really is putting the focus on frames per second. You're getting 240. Yes, it's not a 1440p picture. This one is a 1080p picture. It's still a low response time at that 1 millisecond. But this is for someone who is like on a budget, but also really wants to be as competitive as they can without spending on some super fancy monitor. For $160 to get those 240 frames at a 27-inch screen size, I think is a great deal, and you can do that again over on Amazon. And then we've got this one here. This one is a Walmart deal. You're getting, it's a little bit less screen size, but this is for someone who's ultimately just like, Brandon, I am near broke, but I don't want just like a piece of junk monitor. Give me something I can game with. And this is a great compromise here. Yes, the screen size is a little bit smaller than I would like. However, I started out on a 24-inch monitor, smaller than 24.5, and I loved it for a long time. And my specs were not as good as this. You're still getting that 1 millisecond response time and a 240 hertz refresh rate. I found this deal last minute. I actually had another one that was the same price and only had like 165. So the fact that for $110 over on Walmart, you can get this monitor is a crazy, crazy good deal. All of these deals were found over on the techaudit.tv website. A handful of them I know for sure are Prime exclusive deals. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, go ahead and sign up for a 30-day free trial. Take advantage of the deals. You can always just cancel at the end. I'll have a link to that down below. And if you are someone who just needs a little bit more help figuring out what to look for in a gaming monitor, I've got a great video that I posted a little while back on this. It is still extremely relevant, and this will teach you really everything you need to know, whether you're buying for a console or for a PC. Enjoy that one right there.